Hey everyone, today in this video, I'm going to walk you through the Dreame X60 map settings. If you're interested in the Dreame X60, the link to it will be in the video description. So we're in the Dreame app right here. We have our X60 selected. We're going to go ahead, just tap on the image to go into more device settings here. And you'll notice we already have our map populated, which is great to see. It's very detailed and thorough, which is really cool. So to see our map settings, let's go to the right-hand side of the screen. There's a video camera icon. Right above that is the map edit icon. And here we have two tabs, map editing and map display. So the map display settings basically choose the content you want displayed or not displayed on your map. So you can just toggle things on or off, right? So you can just get the map how you want it. There's 2D and 3D viewing, and then you can rotate the map in 90-degree increments so you can adjust the display as you see fit. Then let's go back to map editing. This is where all of our key features are. So map 1 is up in the top, and then on the right-hand side, it says map management. So we can select that. And from here, we can enable our house type, single floor or multi-floor. So let's do multi-floor. How do you want it to switch between maps? Do you want it to intelligently and automatically do it itself, or do you want to manually switch it depending on where you have your robot placed? Here's our current map. And then down below, if we wanted to add multiple maps, we just hit that button and we can do fast mapping right there. And then we can see some more settings that we'll look at back on this screen. When we go back into the map icon, we can see them again. But that's map management. That takes us to those great features where then we can add multiple maps. Otherwise, on this page, rename, backup, restore, or delete our map. Pretty self-explanatory. Next, we have cleaning order. So we can slide to reorder how it cleans the room. Where do you want it to clean first and where do you want it to clean last? Just drag and drop to reorder that as you see fit. Next to cleaning order, we have furniture. This, for all I'm aware of, is really just for your own records and your own fun. I never do anything with the furniture myself. So I actually would rather, I don't care about it personally. But anyways, you can add furniture and build out your map just like it truly is at your house. Moving right along, we have low clearance areas. Since this robot's able to raise and lower its LiDAR navigation module, so you can identify those areas for it right here, right? So you can identify those if you wanted to. It's also smart to do it itself, but if you wanted to put that on the map, you can do that right there. Same thing with threshold and ramp. So we can add passable and impassable thresholds. And then we can also add a ramp. So if you have a room that it can't climb up into and you wanted to build a ramp, you can do that right here. Everything is the same, drag and drop, color coded. So green is passable, red is impassable, and then the ramp, I believe, is purple. Purplish blue, I don't know what you want to call the color, but then you can add your ramp. So everything is drag and drop, and you can have multiples of each. Moving right along, room partition, pretty self-explanatory. You can merge, divide, hide, or rename rooms. There's no option to re-add a room that I'm aware of, or to shrink or expand the exterior walls. So keep that in mind. If you need to do that, you got to make a new map again. Next, we have no-go zones and virtual walls. So here's a virtual wall. Just basically align wherever you want to treat it like a wall. You can have multiples of all these. No-go zone is true to its name. It will not enter into that zone to vacuum or mop. And then they also have the purple box here is your no mop zones. So for the no mop zone, if we can move it, I cannot get it. That's special. There we go. But you can add those areas on a map too. It will not mop in that area, but it will still vacuum there. Next, we have floor material. So over here, you can select a room, hit the floor material, and you have a couple options: tile, floor horizontal, floor vertical, or others, if you wanted to adjust that. And then same thing for carpet. You can hit the carpet icon. You can add carpet, single or fitted carpet. Where do you want to add it on the map, right? There's a round one, square. So you have those options depending on what you see fit and how you want to do that. You also have carpet types in the bottom right-hand corner. So this is pretty neat. So we can choose the style, medium, low, floor mats, others, tassel style as well too. So that's neat that it has that functionality down there for us as well. And you can learn more about that in those settings right there by hitting that eye icon in the top right-hand corner. Pretty sweet. So very detailed when it comes to carpet settings, how you want to adjust that. And then lastly, we have curtain. So you can add a curtain area to the map. The robot will try to clean areas under and behind curtains or sheets during the cleaning task. So if you have any drapes, curtains, you can identify those as well. It's this orange squiggly line. You just put that near where they are along probably your walls where your windows are. So you add those, and that's how you use the curtain setting. Other than that, this still counts as map settings in my opinion. We can use our map to clean differently, so we can clean everywhere, or we can do a zone clean. So for zone cleaning, they walk you through a little prompt there. You just drag and drop where you want to clean and how many times you want to clean that area, up to 3 times, and you can add multiple zones on your map. Or you could do room cleans, right? So just choose a room here that you want to clean, or multiple rooms, and just clean those particular rooms. So the map is very customizable, and it gives you a lot of flexibility with your cleaning settings.